Ha! Ha! Whoa! Whoa there! Easy there. Steady! Whoa! Giddy up!
In 1898, William Sidney Porter was convicted of embezzlement of bank funds and sentenced to 5 years in the Ohio Penitentiary. But Porter was not a criminal, even though his loans from the bank were in fact a crime. Porter was a dreamer of dreams, a man who worked at many jobs but lived to write. He worked in the prison infirmary as a pharmacist, and it was here that he wrote some of his best short stories. He signed them, O. Henry.
Jimmy. His name was Jimmy Valentine. Jimmy Valentine was in prison where he'd been for almost a year. One day, a guard came into the prison workshop where Jimmy was assiduously stitching uppers.
Valentine! Hey, Valentine! Yeah? You're wanted upstairs. Now.
If I had my way, Valentine, I never would have pardoned you. I'd have kept the likes of you in here for the full 4-year sentence.
Oh, 10 months was plenty, thank you. I hadn't even planned on cutting my hair.
You'll be back, Valentine. Yeah, you'll be back. A man who cracks safes cracks them again and again.
Me? I've never cracked a safe in my life.
And how did you get sent up on that Springfield job?
I've never been in Springfield.
All right, fix them up with some clothes. Try and make them look a little respectable. Clean them up and get them out of here by 7.
On April 12, 1899, Jimmy Valentine was released from the Ohio Penitentiary. With $5 in his pocket, a 5-cent cigar, and a new suit of clothes, he set off to make up for lost time.
Compliments of the house, my boy. Sorry we couldn't spring you any sooner, but the governor's no easy touch, you know.
I went to jail to save your neck. I promised I'd be out in 3 months. I spent 10.
The governor took his time, Jimmy.
10 months, Harry?
How was I to know Ben Price would testify at the trial? He's the best man Pinkerton's got. You're the best man I've got.
Got my key?
When you're all settled in, maybe we two can do some discussing about some small jobs I've got lined up.
Jobs? Harry, the only job I've got in mind is selling biscuits. The name's Tommy Jones. Amalgamated short snap biscuits and crackers.
You ever gonna have any free time, Mr. Jones?
Funny you should ask. As a matter of fact, I will. Nights, mostly. Any suggestions?
Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy.
Jimmy's was the finest set of safe-cracking tools in the East. Each piece fit together with perfect precision. With his unique talent and his prized set of tools, Jimmy could crack any safe in the country. It didn't take him long to get started. Banks in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Virginia, all of them felt the Jimmy Valentine touch.
Get up there!
This attracted the attention of the Pinkertons, and Jimmy felt it prudent to move further south. So it was that Jimmy Valentine and his suitcase took the mail hack to Elmore, a little town 5 miles off the railroad down in the blackjack country of Arkansas.
Just up there.
How's the ride in, Jim?
Be a good time today. Give us a hand, will you, Sam?
Help you with your bag, sir?
No thanks, son. It's too heavy.
Toss them on down. Give me that other one. Okay, got it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I will. Thank you, sir.
Jimmy went to the Planters Hotel and engaged a room overlooking the bank. He told the clerk he had come to Elmore to look for a location to go into business. Jimmy believed in planning and needed an excuse to stay in town. It could be weeks before he was ready to make his move.
Bessie! Oh, Bessie!
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mrs. White.
You want
Yes, Bentley.
Excuse me. Could I help you, sir?
Yes, I'd like to open an account.
Certainly, sir. Shall we say $10 or $20?
No, let's make it 300.
Yes, sir. Mr.
Spencer. Ralph D. Spencer.
Binsley, sir.
Nice to meet you, Binsley.
Ah, Mrs. White. Nice to see you today.
Thank you, Mr. Sims.
What can we do for you this afternoon?
I'd like to deposit $10 in my account.
Yes, ma'am. How's the family?
Much better, thanks, now that Jane is over her pneumonia.
Oh, I am happy to hear that, Mrs. White.
Can I help you?
Thank you, Mr. Simmons.
Thank you, Benson. Thank you, sir.
Good day.
Finally start to clear the North 40. Good for you, Mr. Miller. Hope it all goes very well.
So this is Elmore.
Uh-huh. Gee, thanks.
What's your name?
Tommy,
You live around here?
across the street. Got any more dimes?
Hello, Annabelle. Good afternoon.
Hey, Tommy. Isn't that Miss Polly Simpson?
No, that's Annabel Adams. Pa owns this bank. Owns this whole town, I reckon.
Afternoon.
Annabel Adams, 3 River Street. Father, Victor Adams, President Elmore Bank.
Jimmy's plans for the bank were complete. There was nothing left but to do the deed. But for the first time in his life, Jimmy waited for reasons not even he could explain.
Thank you. The alternate worked very hard on them. I'm glad you enjoyed them.
I think the lists were wonderful. I think the whole thing worked quite nicely.
It'll be in next week, Miss Adams. Thank you so much, Jessica. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do?
No, I'm fine. It was all my fault.
No, it was my fault. I didn't watch where I was going. Please let me be of some assistance.
Well, since you asked, I was wondering if you'd be so kind as to marry me.
What?
Please, don't answer right away. I realize it's much too soon. Perhaps at dinner tonight. I'll call for you at 6. Oh, by the way, my name is Spencer. Ralph D. Spencer. Good day.
I count 10 banks in 10 weeks.
I didn't know Pinkertons could count.
Richmond, Fredericksburg, Woodbridge. Different places, different safes. It's gotta be Valentine.
How do you figure?
Jimmy Valentine has a signature. 3 holes, 4 inches apart, like a triangle.
Say, how much bounty you figure to collect on him? His weight in gold?
I will receive my normal fee.
Sure. Look, do me a favor, Mr. Price. Go inside and get your reports, and then get out of my town. Agreed?
Agreed.
Pinkertons.
Pure silk, Jimmy. Pure silk. But when I get you this time, it'll be for good.
Yeah, get up there, get!
Ben Price knew Jimmy's habits. Long jumps, quick getaways, no Confederates, and a taste for good society. But no one moves without leaving a trail, not even Jimmy. And for 5 long months, Price tracked Jimmy Valentine from town to town until he, too, came to Elmore.
Yeah, ha, yeah! Good luck to you, mister.
Help you with your bag, sir?
No, thank you. Is there something on your mind, boy?
Ain't never seen a hat like that.
Called a fedora.
Got a dime?
I do. You know most folks in this town?
Yes, sir. I know the dogs, too. Some cats. Gee, thanks.
I'm looking for an old friend of mine.
Mr. Spencer, could you please bring in a size 9 in the new brown shoes?
Be right there.
That's $1.35, Mrs. Appleby.
Size 9, Miss Adams?
Thank you, Mr. Spencer.
I'll be with you shortly, Mrs. Schneider.
Take your time, Mr. Spencer.
Doctor says the shoe business is doing very well.
It'll do better if the railroad survives.
You doubt it, sir?
Mr. Gray, I'm a businessman. I doubt everything.
Victor, I'd say you got yourself a fine future son-in-law here.
Any man who can turn a small store into a shoe emporium in just 5 months.
4 to be exact.
4 months. By heaven, just think what you two could do in 4 years.
I think you'll find that the Great Southern Railroad has the same outlook.
Here, here. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Victor, if you'll excuse us.
Why, certainly, my dear.
I'm sure the railroad needs more gentlemanly discussion.
Indeed, madame.
Mr. Gray, you made a wise choice in keeping your payroll in Mr. Adams' bank.
The finest vault in the state, sir. It's a brand new Scott Safe Model 10. Not a burglar alive that can touch it, let alone come near your money.
Ah, get up. Afternoon.
There are 4 solid bolts, Mr. Gray, and all of them shot home by one simple turn of the wrist. And then it's airtight, watertight, and burglar-proof. And watch this. The gentlest push. Now, they call that counterbalancing. I call it astounding.
Very well made, Mr. Adams.
Plus a time lock which is foolproof. All you have to do is you set it, close it up, and you're in business.
How does it open?
Well, until that little clock there says that it does, it doesn't.
Amazing.
Your money, the railroad's money, couldn't be more safe, Mr. Gray.
I like that, Mr. Adams. I like that very much.
From the look of your trade, you should be thinking about expanding next door.
Well, the store next door is vacant.
That's why I talked to Papa about giving us a loan.
You did?
Well, a girl these days can't leave everything to the menfolk. Papa said he'd think about it.
He did? That's great.
He figures a loan to someone like you is a good investment in Elmore's future.
In our future, too.
I never thought it would happen.
Me, you mean?
I've been waiting a long time, Mr. Ralph D. Spencer.
Me too. I love you, Mrs. Spencer.
And I love you, Mr. Spencer.
Dear Harry, I want to make you a gift of my tools. There's plenty of fellas in Illinois that could use them. You see, I've quit the business for good. Got a nice store, making an honest living. I'm going to marry the finest girl on earth. It's the only life, Harry. The straight one. Your old friend, Jimmy Valentine.
Well, who are these two purty ladies you got with you? Oh, curly top and carrot top. Well, two of the prettiest granddaughters I ever did see.
You keep an eye on these two?
Oh, I think I can handle them, yes.
For the business. Daddy, you need anything from Columbus? Ralph's going there on business.
Here, you two, off you go, you two rascals, and don't go tipping over any inkwells, You planning on a new line, hey, Ralph?
Right away, yes, sir, I am.
You first. What's inside? Monsters. Are not. Are too. Grandpa keeps them inside. The monsters will get you.
Can you hear me?
Let me out. Let me out.
Oh, yes, you look, it's all right. Oh, that be locked. Oh, my God. The time lock is set.
For how long?
Agatha! Agatha!
For how long?
Till tomorrow morning.
Oh, my gosh, she's locked in.
Let me out, Bobby, please.
Agatha, can you hear me? Ralph, Agatha. Agatha! You gotta help! Somebody!
What in the name of God are we going to do, Spencer? There's very little air in there. There's not a man nearer than Little Rock that can open that door.
Ralph, isn't there anything we can do? There's no air. You must do something. Ralph?
Give me that rose you're wearing. Will you? I want everybody to stand back.
Ralph?
Great time.
Ralph.
Bravo. You bet.
Thank heavens, Mr. Spencer. Well done, son.
Hello, Ben. Got around to it at last, have you?
I guess you must be mistaken, Mr. Spencer. I don't believe we've ever met.
That man.
Just saved your bank, I'd venture to say. Wouldn't you, Mr. Adams?
Yeah.
Ralph. Ralph. Is that any way to treat your wife?
Let's go, fella. Giddy up.
In 1902, William Sidney Porter was released from the Ohio Penitentiary. For the rest of his life, he wrote stories about people who touched him deeply, and he continued to sign those stories, O. Henry.